Hi, I thought the quickest way to catch up, because I really haven't had much time to do the blog stuff, so the quickest way to catch up would just be to stick this map of the USA on the wall, and I'll explain more or less the route so far. We flew into Montreal and another flight down to Toronto. Then we got a car, a sort of airport shuttle to Hamilton, where the bike is stored. 2 days there, and then we went down to the coast of Lake Erie to a place called Leamington, where we crossed on a ferry, Pelee Island, and landed in the USA in Sandusky County. Our friends live here, so we had a few days with them there, and then they live very close to Highway 23, which goes all the way down the US. So we took off a week last Monday, and that day we went passing through Columbus, Ohio, just into Kentucky, a town called Ashland. Had the first night there. I think that was about 380 miles. From there, we the following day, we set off through Kentucky, this is corner of west of Virginia, so I went through Virginia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. Then our friend lives on the border of Georgia and South Carolina, somewhere around here. It was a very difficult place to find, buried deep in the country roads. We asked lots of people, nobody had heard of Poplar Springs Camp, but eventually we found a tourist information office where one of the ladies rang a few people up and found a Poplar Springs, what looked like a disused internment camp with not a soul there. We searched the place, tried to find somebody to ask. There was nothing and nobody, so we carried on. Now the plan had been to go to Savannah and then down to Jekyll Island and Cumberland Island, but the roads were so awful here and everything was so slow to get anywhere that we said, oh, blow it, and we decided to keep on going south. So we just bypassed Atlanta, carried on down, heading slightly southwest. Oh God, call yourself a sailor. Then we crossed into Florida, and our friends live here in Crestview. We had 4 days with them, had a great time, and Monday we set off again. So we decided to follow the Gulf Coast around, because this is a really beautiful area. We went back through Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. This is also really pretty, but there were some not very nice towns along here, a lot of poverty, and we weren't keen to linger. But this is actually a very beautiful area. Yesterday we did our longest ride so far. That was about 520 miles, something like that. Yesterday we set off and we carried on along the Gulf Coast, and we started to rise above Houston, so we're a little bit past Houston in this area now. We're having a day's rest because we're both really tired. I was getting old and all. And the plan is now to carry on. Texas is probably the biggest state in the US. We've got to get more or less right across on I-10, and then we'll start heading northwest into New Mexico. Now we're planning to go to Carlsbad Caverns and Camp. It's a national park, but the fires all around Arizona and this area are causing visibility problems and some people breathing problems. So we've got to see how it goes. It's probably going to take us 2 days to get into New Mexico, so we just have to hope that things get a bit better by then. And the plan then is to carry on to the